Hello, hello and welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and as you can see we're on Sunday stitching and we're back on our art roll. Okay, so last week we did the flower and lace and we put this dragonfly on. Now don't forget I have got all these metal sort of pieces here. I have got the dragonfly there. I've got the fabulous glass piece to come here from Pat. And I've also got this, it's not obviously pearl, but this beaded brooch in a circle. And I've got this beaded leaf. So I'd like to get both of these on before it's finished. And I think today I'm going back up here. It's always bothered me that this never got filled in. I've actually lifted this piece. It was all stitched down. And I'm going to put in a piece of this broad anglaise. Now, those of you that have been around a while will remember that this was the valance on it was the frill on a valance that I found at Boot Fair. And what I'm thinking is if we tuck it under there so that it's, you know, behind that. I've then got this tiny, really needs ironing, this tiny piece of fabric here. Now this piece of fabric I have had for many, many years. You've probably, if you've been around a little while, you'll have seen this fabric before, I'm sure you will. Long time ago, about 30 years, my mum used to work for a textiles company, and occasionally they would be discarding fabrics and she would get them at a really reduced rate. Clothes as well, actually, but anyway. And originally I did have masses and masses of this fabric, but now I've only got a tiny bit left, so we really are, you know, scratching at the end of it. It's done a lot of projects, so I'm thinking I can put that down there because because there is that, hang on, there is this gap between, you know, the two flowers, and then I can trim it off like so. That's my plan. What do you think? But that in itself wouldn't be particularly exciting, would it? So we're going to need something else. Right, where did my other pin go? See, look, I'm a disaster, aren't I? Right, let's get another one. I'll find it later when I tread on it, won't I? I'm thinking I can put that down there. I'm going to have to iron it. And then I've got this fantastic, it was the top layer of a dress. And again, this is about all I've got left of this now. But I was thinking, as we've got quite a lot of flowers on here, and we're on that flower there, what if we topped it with one of these pieces? What do we think about that? I think that's going to be good. So, first things first, we're going to plug the iron in. We're going to iron that black fabric. If I can find my plugs. You know, hubby put plugs under my desk for me. And they've come off. I need to get him to deal with that. But anyway, so first things first, I'm going to iron this Oops. Very, very windy here today. We're in that danger wind zone. And things are blowing around in the garden like there's no tomorrow. There you go. It didn't take long, did it? It was just so screwed up. Okay. It was hardly worth plugging the iron in for, was it? But never mind. Right. So, first things first, let's work out how big we need this to be. So, a pair of scissors is always helpful, is it not? Oh, just had scissors. See, I'm a walking disaster. There we go. Right. So, I think I'm going to snip just below that flower and give that a rip. Get those excess pieces off. Right. So, tuck this in there. I put the wrong piece in. I think they're the same length, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Right. Tuck that in there. Tuck it completely inside, and then I'm just gonna pull it back. See that flower through that opening? Like that. And then we can tear that strip of flowers off there. Get rid of them. Okay. So that should now be level on this edge, under there, a little tiny bit further so that we can see that flower. That suits me. Yep. Get rid of those extra strings. Now, our piece of ironed fabric is going to sit there and also sit under there. I might even leave that long. I don't think it overly matters, to be honest, on this occasion. I'm going to pin there, and then we're going to pin there. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to cover too much of this up if I can help it. Right, now on here. So I am going to snip out this top bit. I love snipping out. You will have seen me do this many times, and yet I'm not a lover of fussy cutting paper, which is a little bit weird, but hey ho. Right. Okay. See? And then straight away the netting's gone and you've just got the beautiful artwork, or whatever you want to call it. And this is like velvet pieces. I'm going to leave the leafy bit on the top on there for the time being. I may well cut that off when the time comes. We'll see. And of course it's this net that they stitch these designs onto to make them stable, really. And this was all the top layer of a dress. I think I said that already. Right, let's have a little look. So he's going to sit there. See, if I do that, you can't see any of that. So I feel like he needs to come up like that, and you can just then see that little flower and that little flower. So I am going to want those leaves. So here we go. We're going to trim those leaves in. This one's damaged at the end, so I'm just trimming that off. There you go. Oh, there's a fly now. Probably coming to get out the wind. We really are feeling quite wintry here today. Again, it's quite warm. There's no real need for jumpers. I've still got the back door open for the dog. But it's very sort of blustery. That's the term, I think. It's very blustery. So last week we did a scary, crazy-eyed Susan. I was just in a really crazy mood and it seemed, you know, appropriate. This week I'm a little bit more sensible and adult. Don't know if that's a good thing or not, but hey ho. There we go. Right. Got all those pieces of net out. And he's going to sit there. The leaves will go over there. That will go over there. And then the leaves will come back. So we'll pin him on there. And of course, because I've got it all layered now, I can stitch it all at once, which is quite handy. So I'm going to load up this. I think this colour will work. Find the needle. That's quite a thick needle actually, isn't it? That's a thinner one. No, it's not. My eyesight, seriously. That's a thin one, but it's got the most stupid eye. That one will be better. Let's use this one. Okay. So, normal sewing cotton. Get this in here. I must actually clear my phone out. It's got so many videos on it. It's starting to run really quite slowly. So I need to think about dealing with that. Right, let's turn this round and get rid of that. There we go. So I'm going to start right here in the centre, well not the centre, but you know, in this leaf. And I'm going for invisible stitching, tiny one on the top, decent sized one underneath. A lot of layers there. Okay, so that's the leaves in. Then we come into the main body of this flower. I'm just doing one stitch in each of the petals, as you can see. Oh, discovered a new YouTube channel, Willow House. Obviously I don't know the lady personally, but she seems like a lovely lady, and she's doing the Roxy's General Stitchery, the gathered things, which is probably why she came up on my feed. But she's also doing this Jane Austen monthly block thing. I don't know how many of you have heard about that. Riley Blake has teamed up with whoever to get the license to reproduce fabric to match the blocks that Jane Austen used in a quilt. As far as I can work out, it's all in memory, shall we say, of Jane Austen, because this year is the 250th anniversary. I'm surprised actually there's not, new films and things out as part of it. But anyway, yeah, so he's created these fabrics, and there's a block a month to make this, quilt. And somebody else, some other lady who's, as it were, part of it all, she's designed cutting templates, and yeah, I'm seeing lots of people coming up on my feed that have bought this range of fabrics, and these I don't know, I don't want to say acrylic, I feel they're more like sort of plastic, but templates to cut the pieces for the blocks. The actual quilt pattern, if anybody's intrigued by that and you've not heard about it, if you just type into Google Jane Austen 250th anniversary quilt, the actual pattern is free. The pattern's free, and it comes with each of the blocks, and there are various people doing the block each month you can watch videos of. So you could obviously use your own stash of fabrics and make it unique with your own colours in. But if you wanted to do it legit, as it were, then obviously Riley Blake, I don't know if he's sold out or what, but he did have a full range of fabrics. Now obviously I don't want too much red stitching on this white, do I? So full range of fabrics to go with it. So as I say, if that's something you are interested in, you could Google that 250th anniversary quilt Jane Austen, and I'm sure you'll find it. I found it quite easily. I don't know that I'm going to do it, but you do get, as I say, a free pattern. There's lots of videos. If that's the sort of thing you're into. So there's an awful lot of crashing and banging going on out the back. I'm not sure if it's stuff moving around in the garden that I need to go and investigate, or if somebody's doing some work. Right, okay, so we've now got all of those pieces on. I can definitely take that out of there. That's all stitched down. I want to get some white thread and re-stitch this collar bit. So we'll finish off this red. I feel like it's been quite a quick one today. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to put one of those brooches on. We'll have a look and see. I mean, I know we put a brooch on last time. I don't want there to be a, you know, brooch every time. I haven't got enough, have I? I've only got 2 now. So we'll have to see. But we'll get that collar stitched back down so that it's all solid up there. And yeah, 30 odd years. Well, no, nearly 40 actually. Because, yeah, it must be nearer 40 than 30. So that is definitely vintage fabric. Oh, goodness me. Here we go with the I can't thread a needle scenario. I'll put a link in the description box if I remember to that Willow House channel if you want to go and have a look, because I say she seems like a lovely lady and she's got some wonderful ideas. She was just hand embroidering a piece of plain white, I'm guessing cotton, it might not have been, plain white fabric, to be a border for her gathered things quilt. And I mean, it does look almost Jane Austen like. So it's not a surprise to me that she has chosen to do this anniversary quilt. And she has got on her channel at least one, if not more, of the blocks that she's done. And she's making beautiful job of it. Right, so that has now got that, it's a bit open there. Shall we just run a thread? We might as well, down the side here. Yeah, she's doing a fantastic job of it. I'm not at all surprised that she's doing this quilt. It does seem, you know, to be her sort of style, shall we say. So yeah, I'll try and remember to leave a link in case you're interested. If you are interested, and I do forget, because obviously I film ahead, so if when I come to upload this I've forgotten what I said about putting the link, please give me a little jog and I'll definitely find it for you. Right, now shall we put this on the collarbone? I think because of the gold in there, we need the gold more than we need the silver. So I'm going to pop this one on. And this will have come from my mum as well, this brooch. Not that she was a brooch wearer, but she used to collect, oh goodness me, lots of things like this. So it sort of makes sense that her brooch, sorry, I just punched in the head, didn't I? Her brooch is there with her fabric. So there you go. That's this week's piece. We're coming a little bit further. There's not much space left now, really, is there? We've got a small area here. We've got an area there. So maybe 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we've probably only got about 3 areas left on here, and then it's going to be going on its roll on the wall. We'll need hubby for that because it involves screws. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.